matters discussed during the show are for informational purposes only. Each individual situation may vary, and the opinions expressed here may not apply to everyone. Materials presented are believed to be from reliable sources, and no representations can be made as to its accuracy. All ideas and information should be discussed in detail with one of our qualified representatives prior to implementation.
This is the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
From our super secret studio, where we will have a jolly time, quicker than you can say Orville Redding-Barker, David Earnest brings you the Health and Wealth Show. You can call David right now, 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. Leave your name and number and you will get a call back from Too Tall Matthew, Princess Leah, or everyone's favorite asset preservationist, David Earnest. Lane Kiffin might have gotten popcorn popping, but here's the man who popularized the phrase, "You want butter with that?" Please welcome David Earnest.
Yes, we got some Laney Brainy things going on around here. Laney Brainy popcorn ideas.
There we are. I'm looking for buttons. You know, I've been out for a week or two, and I've got to be totally retrained.
Just make sure you got all your buttons fast, and you'll be all right.
There you go. Yeah, how you doing, man?
Fall off of you. I've been great. How about you?
Man, I tell you what, just glad to be back off the road. You know, that trip, we went to Gatlinburg, actually to Pigeon Forge. And it's just a long, long trip there and back, a lot of riding, but a lot of fun. Spent some time with the family. Had a big old time. Bought some souvenirs. And
that's what counts, having a good old time with the family.
Oh, yeah.
While you still can.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Grand old land.
Because I could go any time now, you know.
Well, not just that. The money could go.
Yes, you know.
The situation could go. We have got some lame brain things, you know. Lame, you know, yeah, they're lame brain, but Laney Brainy, popcorn lame brains. You know, Lane Kiffin is not really going to ever live down that popcorn.
No, probably not.
I mean, that was so stupid. He, you know, it just was one of those dumb times in his life. But if it's just one time in your life you make a mistake, or a few times in your life you make a mistake, but when you're constantly making mistakes with other people's lives and their money and their futures, you know, there's no future to it when it comes to our nation. You know, this nation was made to be the image of the nation that it came from, and that was the European nations back in the early 1600s. They started coming over here, and they came for a long time. But they had a reason for coming, and that is they were tired of being told how to live their lives. To them, it was a lame brain thing, worse than popcorn, Laney Brainy. It was worse than any popcorn lame brain idea, but they were tired of people telling them how to live their lives. So they came over here and they opened up a new chapter in their life, and that was the life of making a new nation, the life of, you know, moving in and taking over a vast land with full of resources and a tremendous future and potentials. And now here we have such a waste going on, such a wasteful thing going on in this nation.
Right.
A lot of folks are real upset, Rusty, and you probably have heard about this, where they want to pay illegal immigrants like $500,000 to $1 million per family.
It's a lot of money
just to move in here.
I mean, what would even make somebody come up with that idea? I mean, these folks are going to be living off of us as far as what we have now with all our programs to help people, but they want to give them $450,000.
Just it's worse than that. I've read it's as high as $1 million.
Give me $450,000. I've been here a while.
Well, you know, we thought it would be $450,000. Now they're talking about up to $1 million. Why? Because they've got these liberals You know, when you look at an attorney, a lot of times they're real good attorneys. They're not so liberal. They'll defend you. They'll help you. They're great people. But then sometimes you have these idiots that want to ruin the country for their pocketbook. You know, they want to sue everybody for everything and destroy everything and take everything away from you. And they're in control because a lot of them do get into the political arena. So what we have here is a Civil Liberties Union and some other organizations wanting to make money off of this country by suing this country. And now they're saying, well, no, just give it to them. We don't want to go through any laws. Why on earth are they able to sue us anyway? These people came in here illegally. It makes me so angry of these lame brain ideas of taking our assets when they didn't deserve. Does it make any sense to you, Rusty?
It does not.
That they would have any rights at all to take our assets because they invaded our territory illegally?
I mean, that's like you break in my house and I'll just give you a bunch of money because you got in. You know?
What kind of numbskulls have we got in this nation that are trying to control us? You know, where's the directedness of it? Where's the sense of all this? This is a lamey brainy idea. It's worse than popcorn popping all over the place. This is stupidity popping all over the place. This is ignoramus of the 100th degree popping all over the place. You know, this is just plain dumb. Now, when you want a country to thrive and you want a country to be fair to people, how fair is it that all of us in here are working? We already owe about, let's say, $300,000 to $500,000 per child here. We're in debt for $300,000 to $500,000 per child. But per child coming in from, you know, the illegal immigration that has been, you know, that's where they were mistreated. So now they want to give them $300,000 to $500,000 to $1 million per child. They will be a positive asset of anywhere from $300,000 to $1 million per child. We're already negative assets of $300,000 to $500,000 per person in this nation because of the debt we owe. Where's the reasonableness of this? Where is the righteousness of this? Where is the truth? We seek fairness in their land. We want to treat people right in our land, but why do we want to motivate people to take over our land? How stupid is this? Why would you want someone to come in here and you pay them to kick you in your ASS? It's bad enough that you're going to lose your ASS.
Oh, ass. Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
I mean, really? You want to lose your ass sense to such stupidness? This is a laney, brainy idea, just like when Lane Kiffin said, get your popcorn ready, and then he got his ass sense kicked, you know, after that. You know, it could have happened to anyone. It could have happened to the best of them. And you folks over there that are our friends and neighbors over there in Mississippi, I feel sorry for you. I feel we love you. We had him over here in Alabama for several years, and yes, he could open his mouth and stick his feet in. I get it. But at least Lane Kiffin has enough sense to know how to win a ball game every now and then. I beg to differ that anyone who knows how to give away money, or doesn't know how to keep money, should I say, doesn't even know how to win a ball game, because let me just tell you, you can ask Nick Saban. The way you win ball games is with money. You've got to have enough money to recruit a bunch of folks that will defend, you know, the offense or defense and all these other things. But you don't recruit folks to come from South America, Central America, and Mexico. You don't recruit them to come and overrun your nation. You don't recruit them to be bad players in your nation. I just heard something the other day.
What's that?
About this the Central American that had come in. He killed a whole family just a few weeks ago. He came in here, he wanted some meth, I think it was. He wanted some meth, and so they wouldn't give him any meth or any money. So he killed a whole family. They were like, some of them as old as in their 80s, and some of them down into, younger, much younger.
Wow.
And this is okay. This is okay. They said, well, so that's all right. They can kill us.
Mm-hmm.
They can come in here and literally kill us because it's okay. And by the way, we're going to give some of them a lot of money to come into this nation. Now, let's just talk about this just a moment. If you give, and I read this, 5,500 of them, it could be that high, they said, that many children that they want to give up to $1 million. Multiply $1 million times 5.5 million, and you're looking at over $5 billion. Okay? Now let's think about this just a moment. The average military person that's, that gets some insurance, I think it's about $400,000, where they lose their life defending this nation, not trying to ransack this nation, but defending this nation. They don't get that kind of money. Where is the righteousness of all this? Where's the fairness of all of this? Why is our nation trying to screw us over, even screw over the military? The poor military people who sacrifice their lives get not as much money as someone who ransacks your nation and crawls over the wall. So they said they're bringing children in here they're not even kin to. They just say, hey, let me bring you in here. Whatever reason they're bringing them in here. To get money.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with these numbskulls? This is a laney, brainy time. I mean, get your popcorn ready. Get your money ready. You think of popcorn. Popcorn's cheap. But a lot of debt.
You ain't been to the movies lately, have you?
Okay, I know that. You're right about that.
Well, I know what you meant. I mean, that's not a big ticket item if you get it down at the big retailer down there. But I would prefer that we give them popcorn. We just give them some popcorn.
I mean, if you want to come into this nation, we'll give you, some food and some free popcorn and maybe some entertainment. But
I mean, you
give the shirt off your back and everything you worked for the rest of your life.
You get out of jail, they give you $50 and a new suit, for goodness sake.
We have too many liberal people that are attorneys and various other legalities that are trying to take the shirts off every American's back. They're all out of whack. They're greedy. They want to take it from the needy, and that is us. We need ours. We need our retirement money. We need what we worked so hard for. Yes, we're needy. Why wouldn't we be needy? We need some fairness in this. We need to be treated like citizens with respect, not like, we're from the enemy nation. We don't. I mean, they didn't treat any enemy nations any worse than this after taking over. The Democrats are just incapable of doing the right thing. The Democrats in D.C. are provided incapable even of recognizing the real problems Americans are facing or what they want done about them, much less doing anything to fix them. I mean, they're not trying to fix anything. The warring factors within the party kept both of the two big spending bills they're pushing for passing, but now they're vowing that they'll pass them on Tuesday. They want to pass these bills and take away, all these, take away these wheels so the cogs will keep on rolling, And they're counting on passing these bills to boost their poll numbers, yes, to boost their poll numbers. We know what it's about. We're no fools. We're no fools. Do we look like we're fools, Rusty? I mean, we may look goofy, but we're no fools.
I'll go with you on the goofy things, yeah. But no, you would have to be a fool to not notice this. I mean, they're giving away the farm, for goodness sake.
Yeah. A new ABC poll found that only 25% of Americans think these bills would help them if they passed. 18% think it'd make no difference. 24% don't know, and 32% think they would harm people. Even among the Democrats, only 47% think these bills would help them. Well, if 47% of the Democrats think it's stupid, why are they doing it? Is it because they're listening to the left wing that will damage the right wing and the mid wing? You know, if you're off balance, sometimes you're going to get damaged. You know, they say don't walk out of whack. Don't. If you're leaning one side or the other, they say you can damage your spine. You can damage all these things. We're out of balance. We, as a nation, are out of balance. People are starting to wake up to these dangers. They're saying, wait a minute, this is stupid. Who's in charge? You know, inflation is worse. They said, wait a minute, they said that wasn't supposed to happen. It was just supposed to be transient. You know, the government prints and spends trillions of dollars and says, don't worry, we're just going to print it. They also know about the staggering national debt that ballooned even more during the pandemic. They said, don't worry, we'll take care of it someday. And then maybe they're starting to become skeptical about all these promises of free everything. Child care, free child care, health care, free college. We'll give you, vote for us, we'll give you a free, we'll give you guaranteed, universal income.
And if you'll notice, the thing they're trying to get passed now, they dangled that free college and free student debt out there, and you notice they took that out?
Yeah.
That's bait and switch for you.
Temporarily out of there, yeah.
Got them votes, headed for the hills.
That's right. Social Security, Medicare, they say, Social Security will not pay you everything, and by the year 2034, your Social Security is going down. Yeah, it probably will. And then meanwhile, the rest of us are struggling, and our beloved leader is over in Scotland, probably trying to learn how to dance to a bagpipe. I don't know, maybe it smells worse than that. I don't know. But, when Russia and China says, are you crazy? And, oh, yeah, Saudi Arabia says, no, we ain't going to give you anything in this summit. You just go ahead and just spend your money. Oh, you're going to give it money to those immigrants? Well, what, those illegal immigrants? Well, just spend the rest of it. Let us keep playing around with everything in the world. We're not going to do anything. How fair is that to us? If that leader, so-called leader, can't even get, you mean to tell me that he might have made a deal with the devil? He might have made a deal with the Chinese, and that, is that the reason why all those pictures are being sold for $500 million and there's no, you mean to tell me you learned a new way how to launder clothes, or, you mean money? So there's a way to clean all this up? We're not stupid. We know what they're doing. You got China, Russia, and Saudi Arabia wouldn't give you the time of day when it comes to this, any of these commitments over there in Scotland. They might drink some scotch with you. I'm sure they'd help you get drunk. And if he gets drunk, I don't know what kind of deal he'll make over there. He don't even know what's going on.
Oh, we'll be in bad shape then.
It'd be for sure a lot of blundering. He got rid of the Keystone Pipeline. That was plain stupid. All these jobs were just completely wiped out. Then he told Russia they could do their pipelines. And then he said, Russia, I want you to help us with the carbon footprint. And they said, go jump in a lake, you idiot. We're going to take everything we can take. And he says, okay, where do you want me to jump? Is this the kind of leader you want? It's just disgusting. We sit back and we see all these things. Even the left wing, even the Democrats know they got a dingbat now. I mean, lame brain. This is worse than popcorn. Really. I mean, what can you do, though, if you want to conserve your assets, if you don't want to lose what you've got left? We're probably going to have a massive stock market correction. We're probably going to have some massive inflation. We're probably going to have some massive stagflation. We're probably going to have all these things. What can you do? Somebody came in here today and they said, I'm so scared. I just pulled everything out a year ago, 2 years ago, put it in the bank. I wished I'd left it in the stock market, but I'm still afraid to stick it back in there. And I said, I understand. But there's a choice. There's a program you can stick the money in and earn maybe 50 to 80% of the stock market ups and never lose any of the gain. Why would you want to stick it somewhere where you wouldn't make any money? Or why would you want to stick it somewhere where you could lose money? I mean, look, they're doing some lame brain things. It's worse than, popcorn and throwing your headset to, someone on the ground and then losing a ball game. It's worse than that. It's worse than that. Why? Because it's your future. When Lane Kiffin lost that ball game, hopefully he didn't lose his future. He can get retribution. He can win some more games. He can beat some more teams. He can still draw his millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
But what about us? What about us Americans? This is a ball game far beyond just a scrimmage. This is the ball game of our lives. This is the ball game of our lives. This is the ball game of what we worked for all our lives. This is not popcorn. This is caviar. We can lose everything. This is not, some fake diamond. This is the real deal. We don't want to lose what we worked for all our lives just because we have a leader who wants to give everything away, who wants to buy a vote. Guys, we know why. We know why they want to buy these votes. Because they can control us. This goes back to that old thing where they say the victor writes the history.
Yeah.
Now you had and I'm going to say it. Yes, I'm a Southerner. Yes, I had folks that fought in the so-called, as they call it, Civil War, but it really wasn't a civil war. It was a war for freedom. The states thought that they had rights, but because of money and the evilness of money and the evilness of the requirement of money, they want to control the South. So they invaded the South and they took the money. Now, I'm not trying to start anything about why, we should be getting along. I get it. It's 150, 200 years ago. I get it. But the fact is, this is no different. We're being invaded from the South this time, not from the North. We're being invaded from the South. And we're also being invaded internally. We have a cancer eating us internally, and it's called the left-leaning cancer cell. It's the worse than the G virus.
I'm telling you.
What's that?
I said, I'm telling you, it's worse than the G virus.
Worse than the G virus. This thing is so malignant, once it gets a hold of us, it'll eat your jugular out. It'll eat your assets out. It will eat you up.
You're right. It will. It'll be bad. So, we got a break coming up, and this is a perfect time to jump in with this, because what you're talking about leads right into it. If you find out there's a fox around, what you going to do with the chickens? You're going to put them up somewhere where the fox can't get to them. Well, that's the same thing with old Foxy David Earnest, because he knows a way to help preserve your assets. And if you'll pick up a phone, any phone, well, ask permission before you do that, but if you call David at 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839, I bet you thought I forgot the numbers, didn't you? But if you'll call David at one or both of those numbers, leave your name, number, all your pertinent information, and David will call you back, or Too Tall Matthew will call you back, or Princess Leah will call you back. They'll set up an appointment for you to come by for a no-obligation consultation. You get to sit down and look them face to face. You can still do it on Zoom if you're kind of leery about getting back out just yet. And or you might even go down there and wind up getting some lunch for absolutely free. Oh, did I mention that the consultation's free too? Man, free is just piling up on us here. It's free. That's not the phone number. The phone number is 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. Call David Earnest today, and you'll sleep better tonight or tomorrow night, knowing that your money is being taken care of and it's going to be there when you need it. David, do you still get some of those bonuses with some of your programs?
Oh, absolutely. They're gigantic.
And can you kind of give me an idea of a gigantic, what percentage?
Yeah, well, I can give you a range. I can't, but we got bonuses from anywhere from 5 to 17%.
Okay, yeah. Now take that and figure out how much money you got, and figure you could get something between 5 and 17%. I mean, if you hit on 10%, man. If you hit like 15, oh man, you're just gonna lose your mind. You'll be running around trying to kiss David on the mouth. But call him today. Don't be kissing him yet till we get all this COVID out of the way. So
well, at least his money is not taken away from him.
There you go. 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. And we got about 30 seconds before we need to take a break.
Well, call me. Call me.
There you go.
It's free.
There you go. And when we come back, I want to talk about and find out a little bit about big doings y'all had while I was gone out on the Harriet too.
No, that was an experience.
I understand it was huge.
That was one heck of an experience. It was huge, and it was all free. It was all on me.
Was it huge?
It was huge.
It was huge. All right. When we come back, we'll talk about that. Now stick around for more of the Health and Wealth Show coming up in just moments, because it's huge. It's huge. And see, I've been gone, and now I don't know how to do anything.
You missed it.
I've just got to push this button. They move my buttons around. There we go. More of the Health and Wealth Show coming up. Okay, don't go away.